The story of the Jews of Iran spans nearly 3 millennia, one of the oldest Jewish communities outside Israel. It began in 721 BCE when the Assyrian Empire exiled Israelites to what is now Western Iran. Under Cyrus the Great, Jews were allowed to return to Jerusalem, but many stayed. They served in imperial courts, translated Hebrew scriptures into Persian, and contributed to the cultural fabric of ancient Persia. Through the Parthian and Sasanian empires, Jews experienced periods of tolerance and persecution. By the rise of Islam in the 7th century, they were granted dhimmi status, protected but second-class, taxed, and restricted. Despite these limits, Jewish scholarship flourished. Persian Jewish poets like Shaheen and Imrani blended Jewish themes with Persian literary traditions. But the Safavid dynasty in the 16th century marked a devastating turn. Shia Islam became state doctrine, and Jews were declared ritually impure. They were barred from public baths, forbidden from touching goods in markets, and were pelted with stones in the streets. On rainy days, they were forced to remain indoors for fear their touch would contaminate the land. In Mashhad, 1839, an entire Jewish community was forced to convert to Islam in a single day to avoid massacre. For over a century, they lived double lives, publicly Muslim, secretly Jewish, conducting clandestine Talmudic classes, weddings, and prayers in underground networks. By the early 20th century, under Reza Shah Pahlavi, conditions slowly improved. Jews were allowed to attend universities, enter professions, and live outside ghettos. Under his son, Mohammad Reza Shah, the Jewish community thrived. By the late 1970s, they were among the most affluent and educated in Iran, with synagogues, schools, and strong ties to Israel. But in 1979, the Islamic Revolution unraveled this progress. Ayatollah Khomeini's regime unleashed a wave of anti-Zionist rhetoric that quickly spilled into anti-Semitism. Prominent Jewish figures were arrested, tried in revolutionary courts, and executed. Properties were confiscated. Travel was restricted. Proclaiming your Jewish identity became dangerous. While the regime publicly claimed to differentiate between Judaism and Zionism, its actions told a different story. Between 1979 and 2000, nearly 20 Jews were executed, accused of espionage or aiding Israel. Thousands fled, reducing the Jewish population from over 80,000 to fewer than 9,000 today. Those who remain in Iran live cautiously. Religious practices are monitored, public expressions of Jewish identity are restrained, and community members rarely appear in media. The community has been forced into silence. The Jewish legacy in Iran is not a footnote, it is a foundation. But today it stands on the brink of erasure. The world must remember, because truth in memory and silence in the face of oppression is complicity.